Alright, hey guys, Fiddle Ferret here, and welcome back to another manga first take or first impression. And today, the volume we're going to be taking a look at is the first volume of Scum's Wish. In my opinion, a simple way to describe at least this first volume of Scum's Wish is, at its core, Scum's Wish is about unrequited love and the steps people will take to kind of escape that feeling. And we'll take a peek inside here. There are actually some really lovely color pages as well on the first couple pages. But here we have a look at our two main characters, and we have the lovely lady Hanabi and the boy Mugi. So these two, at first glance, are your kind of average high school lovers. They're super sweet and everyone is jealous of them and blah 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 blah. But you know, all is not really as it seems the more we get into the book here, because, well, their relationship isn't really as normal as it would appear to be on the surface. See? These two are both suffering from, in some form, of unrequited love, and both seem to be stemming from someone older, more of a teacher figure at their school. And so, to compensate for the feelings of reject and loneliness, they kind of find each other, and in each other is where they find their comfort. Our two main characters do state very clearly that to each other, they are merely just replacements for the lovers that they seemingly can't have. And as far as our two main characters go, that sums up a lot of what this first volume is about. It's really just how they interact with the people they care for, and pretty much what evolves from their twisted sense of love and relationships that they sort of develop between themselves after pretty much they are rejected or seemingly not accepted by the people that they actually care for. And as the story develops even more, pretty much we just get added a couple more characters here and there that we start to see how their feelings start to develop for either our main characters or other characters involved in the series. And pretty much it's this whole big trickle-down effect from, you know, the fake relationship that these two have, what effect it has on other people, and how other people deal with their relationship. So Scum's Wish is pretty much just a mishmash of drama and emotions, and testosterone-fueled teenagers and how they deal with pretty much every scenario that pops up. It also seems like we have something going on with the teachers here. I know a little bit more about what comes more future in the story, so we're just going to get a lot more relationships and a lot more the plot thickens kind of deal. And so the physical relationship also starts to blossom between our two main characters, and that becomes really rather interesting, seeing as just how that develops when this isn't the person you actually care for, and how far are you willing to go to replace the feeling that you think you want or need. And so yeah, we kind of get interested, you get introduced as well to this other girl, and it's all just this trickle-down effect about how these two relationships affect other people in the whole story. And I wanted to go to a specific page here right near the end because I thought it was really interesting to the story itself. And we have pretty much three sort of rules that they make for themselves when it comes to their fake relationship. And so I'm just going to read those off because I actually thought those were rather interesting. So the first rule is obviously no falling in love with each other. The second rule is the deal is off if either of our love bears fruit. And the third is we have to be willing at any time to satisfy each other's physical desires. And so that's really interesting. And so the characters seem to ponder that for a moment, and that revolves in a, you know, kind of a mutual understanding that we're not going to have sex and we probably never will. But the probably never will is sort of kind of like very much probably, and I'm not sure if that's going to hold up. I thought those were interesting, and those are basically the rules to their Scum's Wish. All in all, Scum's Wish is a really interesting first volume, and I would say it's not really a volume for anyone who isn't a fan of things being rather dramatic, because the thing with these characters is everything is sort of put in a really dramatic light. I mean, because to these characters, it's a very serious thing going on in what they're dealing with, but to someone on the outside looking in, it can look like a few teenagers that are being way too overdramatic. But Scum's Wish, it's really all about finding a way to fill the void and the emptiness of rejection any way you can. These characters, they don't want to feel or look at, you know, themselves and the people they love. They kind of want to hide from all of the hurt and all of the pain of unrequited love. They just want to fight from it. They just want to hide from it, really. And you're just kind of left with two teenagers with this twisted sense of what love is supposed to be, and they get caught up in this false sense of like ownership rather than companionship, because their sense of what love is and being together, it's this physical kind of I own you, you're mine, and no one else can have you, instead of this we're together because we want to be sort of feeling. And they're just left with, they'll do anything to comfort and satisfy each other, pretty much to run away from their just feelings of sorrow and loneliness. And that probably isn't going to end well if I had to guess. But that pretty much sums up so far this first volume of Scum's Wish. The art is good, and it's a rather interesting concept for a story. I'm not sure where it's going to go for sure, because I know a little bit about the anime, so I know that there's going to be a lot more like things added to this as far as relationships and, you know, the plot thickens kind of thing. But anyway, guys, that was my first just kind of impressions of Scum's Wish. Tell me what you thought about it in the comments below, and if you have any other suggestions or comments for me, leave them down there as well, and leave a like on the video if you liked it. But anyway, guys, I've been Fiddlefair, and I'll see you back on the prowl next time.